Okay, so if I share the screen, 1 minute before sharing, let me see anything office stuff I opened. No, right. Somewhere the toolbar is missing for me. The Zoom toolbar. 1 minute. Share screen. Okay. Share. Okay. Okay, all right. So, see, people just switch on the video. Okay, so and also have you guys have done assignment of all these things I had given you, this and Python. So what has happened? See, these assignments will make you to learn, okay, by yourself. So even you are going through SQL classes, you can ask the doubt with the trainer. Okay, so because yeah, he is taking that, I can also help you, but it is good. So it's told right for you Python assignment and SQL assignments. Okay, so SQL 2 also I had given you. I don't know, somewhere I have kept. Okay, but yeah, you know that those things and all will help you to train up yourself. Okay, the more you do by yourself is what you learn in IT. Okay, there is nothing like arts or history classes we are doing. It's technical classes. Technical means you have to use your brain little bit, logic and brain, logic and brain. Okay, and there is nothing called static. Okay, so Python is static. Any project you use, you will use Python. And also Spark also you will, so see I have told sometimes instead of Spark they might use Informatica. Okay, PySpark what we are learning. But today most of the projects are use PySpark. When cloud comes, you learn AWS, but they might put you into the Azure also. There you have to learn again. You can't say I know only this much, okay, or in Google Cloud. But it's like you learn one bike or one car. It's not so difficult to pick up other things. Okay, so anyhow I have means that's what, like even PySpark I can do technically, but before starting a cloud I have good questions on architectural, why we use, because until and unless, see, you don't understand why are we doing all these things, you can't clear the interview. Okay, so in the interview they might ask the question, how will you get the data from that source, this source, how you will transform, all these keywords you should know, like what do you mean by cap theorem, partitioning. So see, so many things are there. Okay, so that's why I can't go very deep in the Python. Python I can take another 3 months, like all those hoops, everything. Even we have not worked, but I can learn and train you. That's useless. So don't waste your energy and time in learning everything. There are a lot of stuffs. So anyhow, some of the topics I'll teach, but yeah, the Spark architecture, the main thing I'll tell you, you have to understand the concept after learning Spark. From Spark only, like you have to understand the concept that help you to the clear the interview, like how the data source comes, what are the transformation, where you will load, different ways, real time data, full of means real time data, batch data, full load, incremental load. These are very important. Okay, so uh, but yeah, what to say is like it takes time to learn. Okay, you can't learn immediately. At least in 3 months, you will get an idea, but you have to work for a longer time because I am giving you an idea. Okay, So everything can't be taught. Believe me, like there are 500, 600 concepts in my head. If I teach you also, it is useless. And you guys are not an experienced 4, 5 years and all. There are people who are working. Okay, so I know for 3 years, 2 years what they will ask. So yeah, we will do it. But see, for me, Python is simple. What we have done. The later thing. See, always a developer job. What you are doing is simple. Like what I do is it's like I scope the project. I understand the system and design, architect the project. That has lot of headache because it would not be one way of doing. There are 10 to 15 ways of doing, and we have to look for a best way of pushing the data. Mainly our agenda is you get the data and load the data and you transform the data. Transform means filtering, all those things. Slowly we will learn it. Okay, so but you have to be little bit sharp, and should also do self learning. If you are struggling in what I have taught only, it becomes very difficult. This course will give you a very high packages. Maybe once you get 1, 2 years, you can build all your dreams. You can buy car, house, like that. I have my friends like means juniors actually, like 3 years, 4 years, and they luckily they have got work from home. So in their town they have bought house, they have bought car. Like within 3 years, 4 years, they have means their life has changed. So know that smartness. Okay, I am telling you frankly, like I might teach you as much as possible, but you have to put effort, and yeah, you should be smart enough because see, we will push, training institute will push, but finally it's left to you how you thrive. Okay, so you put some effort after what we are training, so that will only get you a job. That's how it happens. It's not something like sir has done only this much. Show interest. Keep on learning new things. Okay, so learn the things and be presentable. I saw some people are not good at communication, so go somewhere, join, and get the communication. You are not like 40 years or 50 years. Okay, you have just 2, 3, 4 years. Okay, so I also learned after my 7 years of experience all these things. So so don't think like how can I learn this now and also. Learning should be an habit if you need money. Okay, that's all I can say. Okay, we were doing functions actually. Let me see the functions yesterday's what we were doing. So what was last week date actually? It was 19th, so do you have any 19th Python class notes? So yeah, so dictionary you already should know, list, tuples, dictionary, everything. I hope like you are good at it. So so we did all these functions. So know these functions, the programs, again and again telling. They might ask the ovals or Fibonacci. Still you don't know the logic, you can ask how does the Fibonacci work? They will give. If you give number 5, it will be 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. You have to think. So only time you are spending in the interview is thinking. Okay, the logic. You should already know all these functions. Okay. So yeah, functions, yeah, basically, yeah, as I've already told, one already these are all functions someone has already written, but now you are writing a function on a specific requirement given by the company, and it can be reused by any person in your organization. It can be reused 100,000 times, like how you use count function, evolve function, n number of times. The same way you will write the functions. Okay, what is the Yeah, yeah, sure, Avinash. No problem, no problem. See, I really don't have problem. You switch on the video, not video, or you do an assignment. After one age, you should be responsible. That's my agenda. So pushing would not be good. Okay, so what I believed in life, and I've got my experience after a long time, is it's always you yourself have to push. if someone push, you can't go for a long time. Okay, you yourself have to push. That is what I've learned myself. So that is what I want you guys also to push yourself. Okay. Okay, so all right, so yeah, we saw that there is a syntax. Always use def function name, and the logic whatever we have done till now you can convert all to the functions. If you practice by yourself, you can convert all to the functions. So def is mandatory, return value is optional based on what you return, like how you return all those things. If you see the example we have done, so all these things, so we have done this logic already, like for even odd number. So how to convert to the function df, so that it says whether it's a even or odd as soon as you use this function. Okay, we also saw some factorial. So y minus 1, because if I give 5, 5 into 4 into 3 into 1, so it keeps on subtracting one by one and goes back. So obviously, like, yeah, so you have used iterator also. So yeah, we discussed earlier. So next what we can discuss is we can see, yeah, actually it can also return multiple values. So returning multiple values, returning multiple values. See, basically C or Java can return at most one value, but Python is special, it can return multiple values. So that means, let me show, means one function can return more than one value. So let us see that, an example. So you'll understand as soon as you see the example. Sure, sure, no problem, welcome. Okay. So see here, you already know sum is what, uh, this one, a plus b, and subtract is what, a minus b. Okay, so see, it can return more than one value, means, so I can return sum also, subtract also, which other language like C, C++ cannot do. Even I have not worked, to be honest, on C++, Java and all. So, but yeah, that is what it is actually. So it's always good you learn one language. If you have two, three languages in your head, you will get confused. However, yeah, Scala I have worked. That is also like Java. Okay, so but they are not using, it's fine. So it is telling it can return more than one value, so it can return sub and sum and sum. Okay, so how to convert it to function? So you know, give the function df function name. So as soon as you give df sum underscore sub a comma b, so you know you have to give semicolon, and this is indentation wise it is not correct, so you have to get it one, sorry, one tab. How to get it to one tab? Okay, just give tab, so it comes like this. So now let me run this. Okay, I'm able to run this. Now what I have to do, I have to means call this output, like I can do like this, x comma y equal to sum underscore sub is the function, and let us see. Okay, is it the attendance sheet you want me to share? Can you please share this sheet? Okay, the attendance sheet I can share you. Is that the sheet you are telling, Tej? Attendance sheet. Please complete your assignment. They have already told me 2 to 3 times. I don't know when they will come and ask you. I have also not checked the assignment and all. By that time, please complete your. Okay, so what is that you need? Document sheet. Uh,
Sir, that document sheet, notepad sheet, notes.
Notes I will I'm sharing, right, every day I'm sharing at the end, and also like I will upload in the folder. Did I not upload last week? Okay, I think I've uploaded, or else I will check and upload it. I will also share at the end of the class.
Nobody else can download that.
Oh,
Yes,
you
you
can.
have uploaded, but no one can able to download in a short time.
Okay, let me check today, and I will give the access. I have your email ID, right? I will give the access today on. So, okay, all right. So, yeah, we're doing this. See, it is simple. Go by simple. So, it can do this multiple activity. So, it can subtract and sum. So, print the sum. Which is the sum part here? The first one is sum part. X is sum. Okay. The sum is x because I have declared x first. If you see here, first it has come with sum. Sum is taken x, subtract is taken y because it goes sequentially. So x is assigned to the sum, y is assigned to the sub. So if you have this value x, it is for summing. If you give the value, print the sum is y. The not sum, the sub subtract is y. So now what is the error? I have to give comma here. Okay, same thing here also. Okay, so it's simple, like it can return, that is what we have given, right? So returning multiple values from a function. So these are the multiple values it is able to return. Okay, so you can give like this n number, next multiplication, division, you give that. So see, one function can do all these activities, multiplication, division, addition, whatever it is possible, it can do. So let us run this. So why both are giving same? It should give, okay, my bad. Okay, it has to be y. So now you will get 95 and 100. Okay. Simple, see here, simple, returning multiple values. So you have to extend by yourself. Practice 4, 5 like this. Okay, X, Y, Z, and all you can do. The same way, okay, I will give you only. So you have to extend this for multiplication and division also. Okay, so I'll give you the time. So write a function to return subtraction, yeah, same thing, sum, subtraction, multiplication and division. So try to do it. Try to do it. I'll give you 5 minutes. By that time, let me check that assignment, and someone wanted the Python installation and all. See, software installation PyCharm is here. Someone had asked me, so I'll ping in the group. So I have kept a software where it's not licensed. Even in Google we will get. Just we need to just check. So I will share here. Okay, so if you need help on the what on the what to say on this, I can just pass you right now, so you can extend it. How to return multiple values. So I have sent in the chat. Okay, so software PyCharm I have sent you, and one more thing of the which one, notes. Quickly do it. Okay, I've refreshed everything. I'll check later then to log in and all. Just send me in the chat. So if you complete it. Try in your PyCharm only. Try quickly and try to send it. Okay. Okay, alright, no problem. Yeah, yeah. So let us see. This is one way. Okay. Yeah. So let us run this. See, I need multiple participants. So why you are struggling still? Quickly you have to do this. So this is fine. There is one more way we can do some tweaking for this. So yeah, multiplication, 105, 500. Okay, yeah, division. Okay, so this is a way normally is there. So we can also use the iteration like for loop. Okay, so let me do some changes. So what I'll do, I'll not have this line. Okay, all these variables, whatever is there. So what I will just do is, I'll just have, so obviously these variables will not be there. We are returning all these things. So we are dividing all these things. A divide by B I can put, right. Okay. So now I will take like this. I've taken this t to initialize. Now I use for loop to iterate on all the thing like for I in, you know this. So t, okay. So for I in t, print of I. So okay, this I'll put as now not sums up. So we have, so different ways of doing, and these are more efficient way of doing. So you got 150, 50. So a 150 is there. Yeah, first one addition 150. 150 minus 50, 150, 100 minus 50, 50. 100 into 55,000 and yeah, 100 divided by 50. So you can add that print statement if you want. Print the results are. Okay, so it iterates. Because it's a function. It goes to each and everything, and it does that whatever you have given inside the function. Okay. So the base concept is for loop. As soon as I say for loop, okay, yeah, it's possible. For loop will iterate on each and every element and does that activity. Because previously, if you see, we haven't used the for loop. We have assigned it, and with this assignment, it is working. So obviously, in the real time scenario, I'll be using for loop, because here you have four, the same thing again I am telling. But in the organization, you might have 1 lakh activity. There might be 100, 500, 600, or thousands of calculations. Maybe you will get this calculation from the client. They have some calculations, not might be some addition multiplication. If you are working on an insurance project, they would have given for premium one logic, and what premium, interest, discount, tax, different logic. You just import that and you just use the for loop. It's very difficult if you have 500, 600 options to do this variable. But understand the concept and know the base concept that for loop can iterate on each and every element, so that what will happen, so easy for you to do. Okay. So let us learn means different type of. Sorry.
Python.
Yeah, please mute. Okay, so let us learn with the arguments. See, whatever we have done, just give this df and the body, it becomes function. So there are some kind of arguments you wrote here, ab. There are some arguments like position argument, keyword argument, variable length argument. We will see it rather than explaining. So let me give you that types of arguments. Okay, so df f1 a comma b. So you will have all the body here, and you call that something 10 comma 20, because you have two arguments or two parameters, whatever you call. So that's just a syntax you already know. So four types of arguments. So four types of arguments. Okay, positional argument. Next one is keyword argument. All are simple. No, see, nothing is complicated here, so you can understand. Default argument, here argument, and variable length argument. Okay, so what are positional argument? So these are the arguments passed to the function in a correct order. Okay, so if you have like this, a, you will pass 10, b, you pass 20. So for example, this is a thing like we have already done. So if it was subtraction, a comma b. Okay, so this is a can be told as a positional argument. So you have that the number of arguments and the position of arguments must be matched. Okay, so you have two arguments, you have to pass two arguments. If we change the number of arguments, then we will get error. That means if I do subtract of 100 to 100, it will work. So if I remove one argument, see, automatically it came a and b. So these are positions. Okay, so if I remove 100 and I have only 200, will that work? So it will throw an error. So you should have two variables. So these are positional arguments which you already know, but I want to give here as a proper note so that you will not get confused. Okay, you have some reference. Okay, the yeah, first one is positional argument. Simple. What we have done is positional argument only. You have two arguments. You give a two arguments. So that means the number of arguments and position of arguments must be matched, must be matched. If we change the number of arguments, then we will get an error. If we change the number of arguments, then we will get error. We just saw, so you have two, you should have. So next is uh, the parameter name, like we can pass argument values by keywords. So let me show you that example. So that means what? It is also similar. Okay, one second. Let me, before that, one minute, I am getting a call. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, all right. So it is similar. So just I'll show you, you'll understand. Like we pass the argument value also. Means, for example, define wish. Here also we have this arguments name and some message. Okay. So what you do is you print hello, name message, the same thing, hello, hello. And after this you have name and also you'll have message. So now for this, last time what you did, you directly passed 10, 20 or whatever. Now here I pass even the, yeah, argument values also. Means argument name and argument value. For example, I will also pass name equal to Mahesh, message equal to good morning. Okay. So these are for you, not for the interview, because whenever you see the code, just go the way to pass. It's not important that these are positional keyword, no one will ask. Just know someone would have given like this, okay? That means, okay, name equal to Mahesh, message equal to good morning, okay? So it can also be in a reverse way. I can also change the positions also here. So because I am writing here directly message equal to what you need, I need good morning, and name equal to what I want, something Adam. So you will get. So don't worry about the positional keyword and all to understand. Just know the way you can swap, you can do. Okay, just for your information, which you will slowly learn when you are working in the project. But in the interview also, no one will ask what is position and all. So they might ask you write a function to do this, write a function to do that. So you just know that. Okay. So if I want to give you the one note, order of the argument is not important. Note, the order of argument is not important. So you know order can be anyway, but the number of arguments must be matched. But the number of arguments must be matched. Okay. So there is one more thing, one note, and I'll show you. So we can use both. We can use both positional and keyword arguments simultaneously. But first we have to take, I will show you with example, but first we we have to take positional argument and then keyboard argument and then keyword argument. Otherwise we will get syntax error. So just see here, I will just show you. So what does that mean? So the same thing, a wish function is there. So let us see whether it's works. So if I take like this, let me, I will not write the name. I will write like this. So will this work or it will not work? Just read that note by yourself and tell me. Read this. I can send you this note for you. Just read it. I'll send the note. So if I run this, it will work. We can use both positional and keyword arguments simultaneously, but first we have to take positional and then keyword. So this will work. So let me run this. Okay, this again are the paper questions I just added. I don't think so they will ask in interview, but if you are giving some papers and all, they might ask. Okay, next question is like I will don't give anything. So this will, okay, so I'll just give Manu and I'll give morning. So will this work? So it will also work. Okay, so now I will give this wish name equal to whatever Adam ADM and message equal to good evening. So will this work? It's very easy. You can tell, don't need, but in the interview you will not see this. See, it will not work. So know all this pattern. So it will not work if you have positional argument followed by keyword argument. Okay. So just have this with you. Okay. So sometimes we need to provide a default arguments. So what does that mean? So default value I'll provide of at the beginning only. Wish name equal to guest. This is a default argument. Already by default, if you don't provide the name, it will be guest. Okay. So print hello Okay, print hello name good morning. Hello name good morning. So if you give wish Mahesh, see what will happen. If you give only wish, what will happen? Just see. Okay, obviously function I have to give one with this. So you'll see hello Mahesh, good morning. Next time I didn't give any value because you have to give the value or else it takes the default value. So this we can keep as a default argument. Okay. So just for your segregation, no one will ask, tell me what do you mean by default arguments. But know all these things. No one will ask, but while doing the writing, sometimes what will be the requirement? They will ask in an interview. Give if you have not given any parameter, it has to take the default value, or else it has to calculate this logic, write a function to do that. They will ask in the interview. So you should be smart enough. Okay, I can give like this and default argument. When I don't call the function without anything, any value passed, it will go to this default argument guessed, or else it will take whatever the function I have given. Okay, so one line on this. Uh, if we are not passing any name, if we are not passing, see, this does not require logic. This just requires you study and understand that. That's all. This should not be difficult. Okay. If we are not passing, whatever how you what you do function is just a skeleton. You just add this, define table name and some parameter and return. Remaining everything is whatever we have learned, that logic inside the body, the for, if, whatever we have done, that is what. Okay, so I'm just teaching you different ways you can do this, you can also learn. Okay, you should be in that capability to learn. If you are not able to self learn, then it's difficult. Okay, okay, all right. If you are not passing any name, I still am trying to give you a module wise module so that you understand when you see the bigger queries. Okay, if you are not passing any name, then only default value will be considered. Default value will be considered. Okay, so one more thing. Okay, that's fine, that is not required. Let us move to the next one. Variable length argument. This is important, usually we use in the organizations. So variable length arguments, as the name itself suggests, your parameters or the arguments keeps on varying. It's not static. Means today there can be 2 value, tomorrow there can be 5 value, day after tomorrow there can be 10 value. So what do you understand by that? That is a real requirement what happens in the project. I will not know at the beginning. It keeps on changing. I don't know, only 2 variable are there, 3 arguments are there. It keeps on changing and I am not in an headache like today 2 value came, I give AB, tomorrow 3 value came, I give ABC, and fourth value come, I will give D. So it's not possible, and there if there are 30-40 values, I can't give on like this. So it should be something like, even if you have one zero argument, it has to work, one argument it has to work, 5 argument it has to work, because till now what I saw, you should have both what arguments and the calling value should have the same. If you don't have, it will throw an error, and later we saw default value and keyword value where you give that all those informations. But now we have to pass number of arguments to our function such that it keeps on varying. So how to do that? So let me give you couple of points, because this is important. Mostly I've used many times this one only, but yeah, you can use a simpler function, known requirement 2-3 parameters, but in the complex thing and all, we start using a variable length parameter because it works dynamically how much ever value you have, 1 2 3 values. So we will see the example. First let me give you couple of points. So sometimes we can pass variable number of arguments to our functions. Such type of arguments are called variable length arguments. Such type, name itself suggests variable, it varies. Such type of arguments are called as variable length of arguments. We can declare a variable length with star symbol. We can declare a variable length with star symbol as follows. So that means syntax would be def f1 star n, like this you give. That means it star means everything, 0 or n values. Okay, so we can call the function, this function, by passing any number of arguments. Know this is important. Sometimes I've seen in interview they will ask, what do you mean by star n? Means arguments and k args. I will tell you. I will tell you after this. They will ask you to even explain this. I've seen in the interview. Okay, so not all the people will know Python. They will ask you theory question also. That's your luck. That time, how good are you in theory also matters. So that's what you should work hard to be lucky also. Okay, so we can call this function by passing any number of arguments, including zero number. Okay, zero, including, how you want me to give zero number, whatever. Okay, so I don't want to give what is internally and all, it will get confused. So let us see this simple example, not complicated, just to what? uh, get with zero value, what will happen, and just it is totaling. Okay, so we will see, now it is variable. I don't know, like my requirement says today 1, tomorrow 2, 0 value, 4 value, 5 value. So it's simple. This is a variable length argument I have declared. Now some logic I'll write. So summing of the thing, so for n1 in n. Okay, so for value can iterate on all the data. So I'm just totaling the same way we have done multiple times. I don't want to explain, that's why I took lot of time at the beginning to explain. It's just totaling 0 plus n1, whatever value you give in the n you can pass any number of values, whatever you pass it sums and gives the output. The sum equal to total, TOTL, total. Okay, so now I will pass like this. Fine, it will accept sum equal to 0, because even then it calculates there is nothing, 0 is there, 0 plus n1 is 0, sum is 0. So now next what I will give, sum of 10. See, I am not now worried about A, B, all those things. So sum 10, correct. You have only one value, 0 plus 10 will give you 10. Now I will give sum 10 comma 20. You got 30. So same way I will add another two functions, means calling functions, like 30 I'll give, 40 I'll give, whatever you can give, 0 to 1 lakh, 1000, whatever. So I am not worried about this only, like how many positional, keyword, all those things I am not worried about all right now. I have 3 values, 4 values I have to give. So this is how, and this is important. They might ask, I have a variable values. So how will you build the logic? Just logic and all is same, but they will ask, I have a variable value, a variable valued function. So how will you declare? So just you have to give star. This can be any alphabet. Okay, it's not always n. Star is what? The thing at the beginning. Okay, so let me just give you a point. And also, yeah, there are good number of interview questions on this, which I'll be telling you. So let me just pass you this. This is simple, I know. Now to complicate, they might mix it. Means what I mean to say is, let me give you the note. We can mix variable length arguments with positional arguments. So that means you already have star this one. So I will just, so let us make it again the simple thing. So a function, I will have this. I don't want to modify, I'll get confused. So now I have even the position also, star also. Okay. So sometimes they want to restrict. Okay, so it depends on the business scenario. You might ask, sir, why, sir, it will take everything. Just it can be interview question, or sometimes they want the first value to be taken by this and later they use this to process with some other function. So the scenario can be anything. But yeah, in the interview, they ask like this. So can we mix even the positional? Means this one takes, if as soon as I give n1, it can take only one value. Positional, it arguments can take only one value. This can take n value. So now the catch is which will take one value, which will take all the values. Let me complete this. It's easy for me to explain, showing you the output, so you'll also understand. Okay, so for s1 in s, print s1, print s1. Okay, now if I call f1 of 10, f1 of 10. Okay, so which one it will call? So let me run this. F1 of 10, 10. So obviously, okay, tell me, you guys tell me. So which one it is taking and why? Give me this explanation. So which argument it is taking and why? Because I have already explained everything, so it should be able to match. You can also send a note. This can be interview question. On this it can be tricky, that this one variable length arguments and one more k args is there. These two are important questions in the interview. Which is important, I am trying to stress it out and spend more time. So you tell me, if this is a question, they will tell, boss, is it taken from n1 or star s? Tell me and why. You can think for a moment and send me a chat. Or if you want to speak up also, it's fine. Okay, you see the notes. I'll give you 5 minutes. This is important. Okay, people, yeah, it is, yeah, good. It is taken from N1. The reason is it is mandatory. It can't have zero value. It should have one value, but star can have zero or n values. So obviously it is taken from the N1 only. Okay, so now if I do this, F1, 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, so which one it is taken? And also, can I do like this also? I will have 10, next I'll have A, I'll have 30, I'll have B. So yeah, it has run. So obviously the first one is taken from, see, I need not to do anything, it has only published here n1 is 10, n1 is 10. That's the beauty of PyCharm and all will automatically give all this information, so you need not to scratch too much it. So it is a variable length, it can take any kind of data, so that is what it has printed here. Okay, so just see this. So let me give you one more note. So know this, it's not complicated. Just you should also practice and understand. You should get confused once and try again, two, three scenarios, then you will understand. Okay, so one note is after variable length argument, after variable length argument, if we are taking any other argument, after variable length argument, we will see this example also. After variable length argument, if we are taking any other argument, then we should provide values. I will show you an example. We should provide values as keyword arguments. So now I will reverse this. It can also reverse, right? It can also reverse. So let me clear and write. I don't want to edit in that. So that means instead of n1 star s, I'll reverse it. Star s n1. Now you have to tell me the scenario. You read, understand and tell me the scenario. For s1 in s, print of s1, print n1. Okay, print n1. So in this I will do like this. So what will happen? So that means f1 a b c. Will this work if I do like this? Hey, what I am doing? So let me run this first. Okay, so what is the error? You read that and tell me what is error. You only tell me how to fix it. You should only fix this error. I've given the note. So again, you read, think. I can give you 2-3 minutes and tell me the output. So it's a simple understanding. Oh, you read the error, you will understand. It is simple here, so nothing complicated. See, obviously star can take anything and everything. If you directly give star at the beginning, okay, so it can take everything. Now N1 is getting confused which one to pick. You have to name N1 something, which one I have to pick. So you have to mention here N1 equal to. Then it will understand, it will pick. That means when you are doing the positional argument at the end, you have to also mention whatever it is, the position, like the keyword. That is what it is trying to say. But at the beginning, you are mentioning it is not required. In this example, it understands by itself one has to be allocated to this, remaining comes to the star. But in the reverse thing, star will take everything. So you have to tell to the star S, boss, the last one is occupied by N1, so don't touch it. For that you have to mention N1 equal to 10. So what does star S will do? It will pick A, B and stop there. Okay, if you are getting confused with A, B, I can even put just 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, N1 equal to 30. Okay, so it understands. So it will pick only 10, 20 and N1 is given to the 30. So it works. So these are the questions which they will try to ask in interview. Okay, good to know all these things. So now one more important question, like we saw this as variable length arguments. There is again question like this is a common question, like I have seen most of the students getting, not only the students, even for me, they ask these questions: star n, difference between star n and star n. Because sometimes what happens, the interviewer will not be a person who has worked in Python. It is also possible, I am telling you frankly. So they will ask you like this simple questions. Yeah, correct, correct. So they will ask you simple questions. So don't get scared. It is going above my head. See, it's not like whatever I have taught you, they will ask in the interview. Okay, there can be sometimes simple questions, simple SQL question they will ask. They will not even ask Python question, 2 3 Spark question. You tell something about AWS, they are happy, they will take you. Sometimes the interview would be like screwed up. Even I can't clear the interview. So what I have learned is have patience. In 10 interviews, 4 interviews would be very tough. The more interviews you attend, it is easy to learn, and sometimes the interview would be very simple because in that company they will not have such a skill and they will ask very simple question, you are inside that. So to go to that level also you have to hard work. Don't come out and don't backtrap. I am not understanding, it's very difficult. You do your duty sincerely, so that what will happen remaining, seeing your sincerity, God will also take care. It's not like I have done everything, I have to learn everything. So I should not tell all these things, I should always tell to study, but I am trying to be frank so that because it takes time to learn. I know, like you have to practice, you have to work. I see like some people when I was doing interview also, they are telling like it's very new for me, all those things. So I felt it, but yeah, don't get scared. Try to learn as much as possible and try to practice, and don't give up, because in interview it would not be all the questions however I have done the problems everything. It would be general discussion also. Maybe SQL 2 questions they will ask. SQL is not difficult, you know. Spark 1 or 2 questions. Spark also would not be not difficult, and I'll also try to spend more on making you guys understand. That's what I feel. Like this is fine, but I have to make you guys understand like what is this, what we are doing, how to do that, and all. So yeah, that is what. So this can be the question like star n and double star n. Means they tell the one more way is arguments versus KWARGS. So what is the difference between args and kwargs? So this is a question. So args is already we learned variable length. It can take one or multiple values. K-args also in the same way, means double star n. We can, so this is mainly for same activity it does, but it is for dictionaries. Dictionary means for key value, variable length of key value. So you can have 0 key value, means nothing. You can have 1 key value pair, you can have 10 key value pair, you can have 100 key value pair. You already know dictionary, nothing to explain. But dictionary can't be put here. But to have, if you have a dictionary data in, you have a functions. See what is function. First you write the dictionary logic, what you have learned. Above that you write def function name, and now you have to understand that your business logic says you can have zero requirement or hundreds of requirement. Just give star star n. All your key value logic, when you are calling the function, you can pass one key value, five key value, 10 key value. So it will what do the logic. So let us see this. I'll give you like some notes and we can do that. So double star, you usually double star or kwargs, kwargs. Okay, so for this value whatever is there, the syntax is same. Define f1 star star n. Okay, so we can call this function, we can call this function by passing same thing, any number of arguments. Internally these arguments will be stored inside a key value pair. Okay, so in simple I'll give you can call this function by passing any number of arguments which are dictionaries. Dictionaries means key value, key value. Okay, that's all. So let us see the example, straightforward. And usually we use kwargs because many times we use dictionary. So these two are important, so you have to know this. So to know this, first learn the functions, whatever we have done, how to pass the values, everything, and then know that different ways of passing the function. And there is a variable length for a single value. You use a variable length star health. When you have key value pairs which are dictionary, use kwargs. Okay, they call it as kwargs. Okay, so yeah, key value kv. So all this example I have done. Okay, so I don't want to explain this. So why we use items to get key value, all those things we have done. So that is the reason, like I don't want to again say the same thing. Okay, so yeah, let me give equal to, how to give, okay, key equal to value, equal to comma value, display. So now I want to display. Okay, so what I do, roll number equal to 100, name equal to Mahesh, marks equal to marks equal to 70, subject equal to Python. Okay, so let me run this. So internally it will be stored as a dictionary. Okay, what is the error? Can you identify?
Yes,
Yes,
items.
items. Okay. See, all these are a dictionary concept only, key, value, and all. So know that. Okay. So, okay, so let us just jump to the next concepts. Please practice. I have given you one on, you will get 5 to 10. At least practice 10 everything. You will actually get confused and understand as soon as you practicing. Okay. So please do practice. So let us go to the variables like global and local. Not difficult. So types of variables. So we have two kind of variables, global and local. So I'll just show with an example, like global can be used entire function as the name itself suggests. because usually you will have 4 5 functions in a program. So if you write global at the top, it can be used in all functions like function whatever, function action, function sleep, function work, function C. All those function you can use that whenever you use global. But local is only for a particular function. That's all is the thing. How to define and what are the different ways we will see. Okay, so yeah, global and local variables. I'll just give types of variables are global variables. Second one is local variables. So let us quickly see the example of global variables. You will understand it. So a equal to 10. It's okay. df function 1. Okay, print a. So it is not inside the function. See, it is outside the function. We can call this as global variable. Okay, global variable. So it is outside the function, and the advantage of global variable, okay, print of yeah, equal to 10. Okay, yeah, I have to call. I didn't call. Print of a. Always function you run it, you will not get the output, so you have to call the function. This is a function. So how you will call? You just give this. Now you will get 10. So it is globally declared, but there is no point for single function. There will be hundreds of function. All the hundreds of function will be using this value. So that is where it will be there. For example, even you have for your example one more function. 1 minute, I am getting a call. 1 second. ಹಲೋ ಹೇಳು. ಹಾಂ ಹೇಳು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನ್ನ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ 10ವರೆಗೂ ಇದೆ. ನಾಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್. ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಬಾಯ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಯಾ, function 1, we want to do one more function. Yeah, give here. Now you do print of, this is one more function. This function not f1, it will be f2. Or it can be anything. I told, right, actions. You are in an insurance or in your banking. One is fixed deposit, one is loan. They want to use the same thing. Maybe they have made it static as a person address. There are hundreds of means details: name, address, phone number, wife name. If he doesn't pay the loan, his cousin name, everything. Every function I can't use. I'll just make it as a global variable and use it. So don't think, okay, A is 10, what is a big deal? But in the real time scenario, you'll have lakhs of data which would have made global variable, and you can't write in every function. You just reuse that function. So as soon as you reuse, it becomes a part of a particular function. Getting that right? So we call this as a global. Very simple. Very simple. Okay. So local variables. What are local variables? The variables which are declared inside the functions are called as local variables. Okay. So I will just give outside the function the variables, just one point. The variables which are outside the function are called global variables. See, these things, even if I don't teach, because in interview I don't think so they will ask this, you should be smart enough, if you get into the company, understand what is the syntax of writing global, what is the syntax of writing local. I am looking you guys into that zone. To get into that zone, you should start learning by yourself new things, new ways of doing and understanding. That is the only way, because everyone learns and does it. Yeah, I know, like at the beginning you need this path and all, but have that zone, get into that zone. Okay, the variables which are declared, yeah, the variables which are declared inside the function, declared inside the functions are called local variables, so we will see that. Okay, so if I come to this function, so if I do this, now it is here, right? So control X, V. Now this is local variable. Now function f1 will work. See the function f2, it is throwing an error. Function f1 would have given the output 10. For second one it is telling a is not defined because it is local only for this f1 function. For f2 function it is, see, it's throwing in red, it is telling a is not defined. That means a does not have any value. Previously it was global means n number of function it works. Now for this also I have to write logic equal 10, 20, whatever it is. So this is a local variable concept. Okay, so it throws an error, just know this error also, you will understand that. So now global variable can be yeah, you know already, to there are different ways to declare global variable. For example, like what will happen like this if I do, so a equal to 10 df f1 function. I can also, okay, so just let me first write, we can also use global keyword global a. What will happen, you see after this, print of a. Now let me use one more function df f2, okay, print of a. So will this work, and what will be the output? Okay, now I'll do f1 f2. So you only send a chat what will be the output. So,
There should be F2 for the second.
so f1, yeah, correct, this has to be f2 and f2. So just tell me what might be the output.
It will print, I think. Yes, it will print
I
both the
have missed
function
one
full
thing.
and zero.
I have I written global A equal, yeah, yeah. Yeah, go ahead. What can be the output?
I think we should remove that line number one, A is equal to 10, and then check.
Anyhow, now error is not showing, so it will work. So just what will be the output is what I am asking. It will work. It is not an error. Like assume like someone has given globe. Assume like someone has given this as 10. Right now, for instance, he don't want to change it. But for couple of functions, what he writes, he want to make some other value as global. So you will get 777. So I'm just telling what can be the scenario. This is thousands of functions. This is a global, but whatever function he is writing right now, he just want to suppress it and he want to make this as a global or whatever. So now 777 will be the global. Or yeah, you just don't want to delete. Basically sometimes there is a requirement you can't do hard delete, means you don't want to delete like this and write here 777. It can be any scenarios, but yeah, I'm telling this is one more way inside your function you can make it as a global. Okay, yeah, I have not used it to be honest in my means work and all. So we have just declared at the top, but Yeah, as training, I am teaching you. So know this. So what will happen as soon as you execute this query, you will understand. So, okay, that is one way. So, okay, what are the other ways? Yeah, I think that's enough for this. So let us see very interesting topic. We saw the function. There is one more thing called anonymous functions. That is important also, we use sometimes. So let me give you a definition and let me start. Before that, let us take like 10 minutes break. uh, I'll start around 8:40, so we will come back at 8:40. Okay. Okay. Okay, let us start the classes. Okay, so yeah, so I've added everything in the 19th. Okay. So as I've discussed, we have seen the function, but there are sometimes we have functions which are anonymous function. That means only for that time it has to act as a function. Okay, just for that instant use. Okay, not for like we have that saved and we will be calling. So just for that instant use, it acts like a function. So let me show you with the example. Showing with example is more easier than explaining. So anonymous functions. Sometimes, sometimes we can declare a function. We can declare a function without any name, without any name, such type of nameless functions, such type of nameless functions are called anonymous functions or lambda functions. The keyword what we use is lambda only, lambda functions. So know this. This is again important. Lambda functions are important while working also in interview also they will ask. The main purpose, the main purpose of anonymous function, whatever anonymous anonymous function is for instant use, is for instant use. If I want to take a layman example, suppose you want to take a ticket in the bus, will you ask the bus conductor name, details, where he stays? You don't require, you don't require his name. Just for that time, you might say hi, hello, everything, and just take the ticket. So but you don't want it all the details which has to be saved. So something like this, like purpose only for that program you will use, you know that. So we can make that as a anonymous function. There are advantages you can using anonymous function, we will see that. Okay, so normal functions, how you will declare the same thing, we will convert to the lambda functions. You will use a def keyword, and for example I want to square some data, numbers whatever, so there will be a return n into n. This is how the functions, normal functions what we do. So let me run this, and let me give, yeah, you know this, you give some number square it 5. So what will happen, you know it, square it 5. So yeah, print of whatever you give, print of so what is the error? Okay, we got 5. Okay, so now the same thing, let us try to use using lambda. Okay, maybe this squaring only for a particular thing we have to use. So we can do using lambda, lambda. So we can define using lambda like this, lambda n colon n into n. So I'll just share you the syntax here. Syntax will be lambda, lambda, argument list. Here the argument is only n. So that means argument, argument list. Uh, Hello, hello.
Recording in progress.
Okay, okay. There was some network drop, I think so. So let me share the screen again. Okay, so we saw this. In the lambda, we write the lambda directly. So there are some importance of lambda and all. I will show you a couple of examples. Okay, so yeah, 1 second. Still in the meditation. Maybe 15, 20 minutes. You want a number I can pass.
It's okay, sir. Just I want to check the minutes.
She might come in there.
Okay, sir. Now she's okay.
Yes, she's okay. Okay, so all right, so let us continue this example. So yeah, syntax here lambda is a keyword and argument. It can be a different thing also, two arguments, three arguments. Right now we have only one argument and whatever the logic expression, means here you want logic n plus n or n into n, whatever it is. This is how you do. So the note can be like one more note by using lambda we can, this is also function, lambda function, which is anonymous function, no name for this. If you don't have a name, so yeah, only for that instant use we can write very concise code. Means in a simple, in a single line and all, we can do what you write, define function name. You can pass one function to one more function in a more simple way. Here you have to use calling, callee function, all those things which I'll show you in a router function, all those things. But in lambda it is more quicker. Okay, so where you can do that. So very concise. CONCISC, right? CONCISC, very concise code so that readability of the program will be improved. So readability of program will be improved. Okay, so let us see couple of examples of whatever we have done. Same thing like we saw, right? I want to square. If I give you the question, I will do one. I want you guys to do another two. So write a program to create a lambda function, to create a lambda PDA. Let me to create a lambda function to find a square, to find a square of given number, given number. So it's simple. It's a single line. S equal to lambda. Already I have showed you lambda n n into n. Single line. So now print. It doesn't have any names here. It just you mention lambda, give the logic, the argument, and the expression. It will work. The square of 4. I need not even wait. Let me complete this. The square is clear. Square of 4 is square of 4 is yes of 4. I am giving here only s of 4. Let me run this, complete this. Okay, so now run it. So you got 16. So if you want square of 5, see here calling everything is done in a single line only, s of 5 or s of 8. So you will get this. Okay, so now I will give you another two I want you guys to do. So second one, write a program to create lambda function, to create lambda lambda function to find sum of two given numbers, to find sum of two given numbers. Okay. So next one, third one, write a program. We have already done all these things, but yeah, with this we have to say write a program to find biggest of given values, to find biggest of given how many values, two values, yeah, two values. So follow the syntax whatever I have given. With that you can write in a single line. So some notes I'll give. By that time you can just do this. Yeah, good. So this is for, yeah. So just complete the code in PyCharm and try to paste the output completely. So lambda function internally, lambda function internally. Okay, you write that and send me. I'll give you 5 minutes because this can be again in lambda is slightly important. They will ask in interview. Difference between lambda and this one, how you will write lambda function to do this. Okay. So just send me. I'll give you like 5 minutes. Quickly send out. Okay, let us try this. Yeah, it will work. So let me just quickly do it. How about the third one? So let me show you the second one. Same thing. S equal to LAMPDA. Give the expression. Two expressions means two arguments now. You write inside the function, right? That you are doing here. and the logic is a plus b. And next what you do, print the sum of two numbers, okay, give s of 10 comma 20 here, or 10 comma 30, whatever. So if I give like this, so I get in a, okay. Yes, okay, it's equal to lambda a comma b colon a plus b. The sum of two numbers, okay. Let me complete this. Okay, run. Okay. So you got this. So next one. Yeah. So about this one. Find the biggest value in the two numbers. So we have done this, a greater than b, about that one. See, simple. We are done through ternary operation, right, in a single line. How you will do it in a single line? Just write the entire logic in a single line. Just try it out. Okay. Yeah, it will work. Yeah, the results. Yeah, it will work. So simple, good. Like people are trying. So simple. S equal to, and let me do this. See, it's so simple. If you want, if you have that activity in a single line and it's fine with the user defined, this is the best way of doing it. S equal to lambda, okay, a comma b, a if a greater than b, else b. Okay, so print the biggest of, so now print the biggest of 10 and the biggest of 10 comma or whatever, the biggest of two numbers, the biggest of two numbers is what? Yes, 10 comma 20. So you'll get which is the biggest of two numbers, which is 20. So let me give you some notes. So lambda functions. So all this will help you. Lambda function internally returns expression. Internally returns expression value. So it's not returning a function. Internally it is returning a expression value, and we are not required to write return statement. To write return statement explicitly. So know this, no one will ask, just for your information. So we can also pass one argument. We can also pass function as argument. We can also pass function as argument to another function. In such cases, lambda function is best choice. We will see this example, how simple, for example, filter, map function, reduce function, all those things we can pass with lambda function in a single line. So, and very easy to do it. So those kind of simple one-liner simple logics are there where you require one-liner. So we can use the lambda function. So in such cases, lambda functions are best choice. So let us see that example. For example, filter function. So I want to use filter. For example, I want to what I have to do. I want to get, means I want to filter like the even numbers, odd numbers, all those things. So how can I do that? So without lambda function we have already done. So with lambda function, so I can write in a single liner. Just see here. So for example, I want to filter only even numbers from the list. Filter even numbers. We have already done, but now from the list by using filter function. From the list by using filter function. We have a filter function also to do that. Okay. So functions would be little bit faster than a normal doing this, because it's already inbuilt and calling will be very faster. So now how I'll do, just see here, using lambda and filter function. So I have a list. You know how to declare a list. For example, I have something like this. Okay, 15, 20, 25, 30. So now L1 equal to, so it's just a name, list of filter. And next what I do, I use the lambda function. Okay, lambda lambda. So what you want to do, x divided whatever modulus of 2 should give me 0. Okay, so let us print this, and after doing this it filters and passes that to the list. So let me just do println. You will see the output, print of L1. So just see this. Okay, what is an error? Integer division or modulo by 0. So I have to give here 2. So you are able to filter whatever, all the even data. Okay, we have used this function, and after that we have used the filter, and we are able to display all the even numbers. So if I want odd numbers, can you get me in the list to get odd numbers? To get odd numbers from the list. Try by yourself. I want to get the odd numbers. It is simple now. Filter means always it filters. Lambda function has just divided, and you should use filter because you are using if else and all. Now there is no if else and all. Lambda function divides and use filter to put into that particular thing. Now I want odd numbers or whatever. Yeah. Just send me that quickly. Okay. Okay, yeah. Just send me, it's very easy. I didn't see. Just send me, I want to get the odd data using a filter function and lambda function. Just a small change you have to do. It's a small change for this code to get the odd number. That's all. Yeah, not equal to, that's all. So you know that. So to get odd numbers, you just do this L2 equal to not equal to. You already know this. Not equal to, not double equal to, not equal to 0, or else this. So just see the output now. So you got odd numbers from the list. So please practice. Next is one more function called map function. Okay, so map function doesn't do the summing, all those things. It acts on each and every element. That means if you have 5 elements input, the output also will get 5 elements. Like filter, see, if you have in filter, if you have how many 7 8 elements, you didn't got 7 8 elements, you got only 4 elements. But map function is something, even in Spark it is there. It acts on each and every element and it does not reduce. That means if you have 5 elements as an input, 5 elements as an output. That is one of the places where you use map element. For example, squaring I can use map element. If you have 5 elements, you square, you will get output also as 5 elements. So in that scenario, map will work. That means for each and every element present in the sequence, some functionality is applied so that you get the output from the map function the same number of sequence. Okay, let me give that note because very important. Even in PySpark it is similar activity. Okay, so for every element present in the given sequence, it applies some functionality and generate new elements for this requirement, or for every input, for every number of inputs, there will be equal number of outputs. Okay, so let us see this example. Syntax: map function and sequence. Yeah, map function and sequence, sequence. So all these are a little bit of practice is required. So let us see with the lambda how to do this. Squaring. So this is copied here. Okay. So this is a list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what I'll do, to list of map of, okay, so lambda lambda x 2 into x LUDO, so print of L. Okay, so have it done correctly? So why it has not done? 1 2 into 2 4, it has to happen, right? That is what I am planning. What is the error? This only, right? 2 into x into L. Okay, my bad. I have to give L1. I have given the list only. Okay, it has just multiplied. See, I want you to try yourself. You remove the map and see what will happen. Then you apply the map and see. I gonna not do now because I assume by this time you are good. By this time I'm just trying to help you out in explaining these are the different functions are there. So the more clarity you will definitely get. The same functions, try lambda function with map, try 4 5. Okay, try to sum up and try to see what will happen, so whether it will work and how it reacts. So all these things you do only, you will be able to do interview, or else if I do even 1,000 programs here in the interview, you will get stumble. You have experience, so I want you guys to start exploring more programs. The more programs, the more good you will become. That's all. Okay, so I can't go the same way like how I did the string functions and all. For everything I start explaining, so this is a time for you to pick up the things. Okay, so you should start becoming, because almost what now it is November, 2 months we have done Python, and I have not done complete Python. I know I have done uh, which is asked in interview. I didn't wanted to run through all the things just on eye level and go and tell Python is completed. They still there are, I can take 2 months of Python. There are so much concepts, but yeah, for our work I have already told this is enough, and there is no point. I teach everything and nothing will go to your head. There is no point. And if you are good at this thing, you can pick up the new things. Okay, so what is the thing we did a map function. See, map function will always give the same output, you have to understand. It will not reduce. You have 5 input 5 output. So those kind of scenario, whenever you have, you think of map function. Okay, so now to find square of given numbers I gave you. So can you, okay, okay, so okay, I want you to try for this. Assume I have a two list. Okay, list 1 and list 2. So it has to, what it has to do? Okay. Mm, I'm thinking, give me a minute. So you have two lists. So you multiply those two lists. Okay, like this also you can do. Okay, so you have list 1. Okay, this is okay. Let me just, did I copy this here? Okay. So like this programs you will get lot of things. So you have list 1, okay, and list 2. List 2 equal to, okay, 1 2 3 4. I'll make here, and here I'll make as 2 3 4 5. So two lists are there. So now I want you to multiply these two lists. That means output I have to get 2 6 12 and 5 4 is 20. So output I have to get like this. Okay, this is the output. Output. So still you can't think there are two list 10 items. 1 2 3 4. Here also 1 2 3 4. So that is the list size. Yeah, the output, the input list size is 4. The output list size is also 4. So I need to get the output. So you can do this using map function. But yeah, you can try it. Okay, just do it. I'll give you 5 minutes. Just try to get this output. This can be interview question, straightforward. They will ask, use lambda function and try to do it. So anybody can try it. Just waiting for you guys to get the answer because these are just you have to see, just see the syntax. So you have two lists. So what you have to do, you have to take two variables. If you see the syntax, that's why I have given. So what is there in the syntax? So you have arguments. How many arguments? It was one argument because you had only one. Now you have two lists. So you'll have two arguments. Maybe, yeah, x comma y. And what will be your expression? X into y. So if you do that, you will get the output. Right. So I'm telling the answer. Just try and get me the output. So you have to take two now because you have to multiply. two arguments and two expressions. See, simple, I'll show you. So if you want L3, you will take what you will do. Have list of map of, you write lambda, okay, x comma y, x into y, comma L1, comma L2. So you should understand everything. Print of L3. So let us run this. Okay, I'll just remove this. Let us run this. So you got 2, 4, 16, 20. So you should know, if I don't write list, what will happen. So whether it will work or not, all those things are left to you. Okay, why I got this? So explore. So I want you guys to first start practicing couple of programs, get doubts and email me. That is my main intention. So I don't want just to explain everything. No, get doubts and try researching and email me. Okay, so this is how we do. So let us learn one more function, a reduce function in a similar way. Okay, yeah, good, the same thing. So reduce function, as the name itself suggests, it reduces the data, means summing and all is a reduce function. So for summing we usually use reduce function. Even there is a concept of complete big data map and reduce. So map means it separates and reduce means it sums. Okay, so reduce function reduces sequence of element into single element by applying some function, that is summing. Okay, so yeah, I'll give you that point. So reduce function reduces sequence of elements into a single element. Into a single element means it's a concept of summing only. Into single element by applying specified function, so that is reduce function comma sequence, sequence, sequence. So reduce function. So yeah, so let us see that simple quick example. L equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma 50. Now what we will do, we'll try to use the reduce function. So lambda x comma y colon x plus y. Okay, so I'm using this. Now what? Okay, result equal to,
Excuse me, sir.
yeah,
Tell to men, therapy is waiting for you, but on tomorrow I will give time, sir. Okay, na?
Oh.
I will go in.
okay, fine. Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. Okay, so reduce, reduce result equal to result, result equal to reduce of lambda. Okay, the reduce, give this function 1 2 1 2. So what is the error? Okay, what is the error? Reduce. Okay, I have to get some this module. So this is like library, I've already told. I want to get the reduce function from this function to library. This is how importing. So it shows in PyCharm. So yeah, it has come reduce, but why it is throwing red? It has come, right? Unused import statement from import function. Optimize imports or okay, what is the error? Reduce. Am I doing something wrong for reduce function? X plus y I'm adding. Y am okay, I'm just, I can do like this, right? I'm giving this L and okay, so I can x comma y lambda. Okay, lambda is taken. I can try this. X plus y comma L. So this has to actually work. Reduce. Okay, no error. Okay, now I will just keep this in the result. Okay, fine. Now print result. So with the help of, this is a multiple function inside the function. This is one lambda function. This is the output function. First this gets executed. Whatever output you get here, so it reduces and makes into a single result 150. So just what do dissection, do single function and see what will happen, do the print, next use this outer function, what will happen, then only you will understand better. Okay, now if I want to do the multiplication, okay, this is for addition, you want to do multiply. Okay, so this is simple now, so into, okay, so we are doing good number of examples. Just know the track, like what's happening, how it's happening. You start practicing, you will understand. So what happened here? Okay, I have to use this from import, right? It will come here. So see here, that's the beauty of using PyCharm. It only mentions like what is the error you have done and all. So what it has done actually? Okay, it has multiplied 10 into 20, like that, is it? So let us take like this to understand. So 1 into 2, 2 into 3, 6, 4 and 4 into 5, like that it has multiplied. Okay. So I have one more concept in the function. We will complete that and end for the day. Okay. So means function aliases, like it's a simple thing. One function can be called by which we have done and can also be called by one more name, just we can alias. So it's not a complicated thing, function aliasing. Just know, because functions and all are always important while working or in the interview, so I don't want to miss any topics on this. So you already know this. So one pointer is for existing functions. For existing functions, we can give another name. We can give another name, which is nothing but function aliasing, which is nothing but function aliasing. Okay, so that means same thing, you know how to create a function. Okay, all these things we have learned. Function purposefully I have elaborated because even if they don't ask in interview, for working, functions are important. All these function, filter, lambda, how to call, return. So just try to be good with this. Okay, because without creating a function in the company, how will work? Okay, so name we can do. So now you know, by calling through wish function, wish, Mahesh, whatever it is, you will be able to get the output. Means good morning Mahesh or something, it will come. Now I want to give some other name also to this. Maybe sometimes I want to mask, or yeah, maybe it's simple. It's not complicated. You are assigning greeting to one more name. Means greeting is assigned with wish. So that, okay, I can also call with greeting add up, whatever it is. So it is just a function aliasing. It's not complicated, simple, just know this. And one more is also okay. What is that? So what is the next one? Okay, we saw that, and we will call this nested function. Yeah. So what is nested function? We have not seen nested function. So we will have one function with one more functions. Okay, this is also important, and how it works is important. So what I'll do with this, okay, so we can declare a function inside another function, a function inside another function. Such type of functions are called as nested functions. So I don't want to elaborate. I will just show you the means code. You have to tell me the output. Okay, so let me write the code. You just tell me how the output will be, because this is again important for your understanding, or else you see the code like this, you will not understand how, means what will be the output first. Okay, let me write it. Outer function started. Okay, next is I write a inner function here. This is just a name, just for your understanding. I have written outer and inner. You know, it can be any name. Okay, so that I don't need to explain again. Print inner function execution, inner function execution. Okay, next print outer function execution, outer function execution, outer function. The outer function started, I will write later. Outer function calling inner function. Okay, so now I write one more function here, inner, and next I write outer. So tell me what all the print functions comes if I execute it. So what are the print functions it comes? So if I write means, yeah, this is the outer function, right? If I run this, what are all the output I'll get? This is the outer function, means I've called this. This is a piece of code. So I will do outer. So what is the output? Sequence of output. Just take couple of minutes, just try to see. This is a nested function. You have to understand like how nested functions work. Okay, I'll show you the output. So just tomorrow explain me like how it worked. Okay. So this is the output. Okay, first outer function started. Next it did not come to inner function execution. Next it went here outer function calling inner function. Next it came here. Just explain me like what is happening, how it is happening. Okay. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll uh, I'll just send you this first notepad because yeah, I have to give you access and all. So 19th only I have done.
So can you please give me the access for these recording sessions and notes where we kept on the drive?
Okay, I'll just log in and I'll give you access today only after this call. So you have access for the old recordings, right?
No, no, I don't have any folder. I don't have any access for the any folder currently.
Or is it? So let me check that.
Yeah, despite of many giving the intimation to the Neha, but Neha didn't give me the access or something. I'm not able to take the follow up with her, but I just inform her he give me just that.
Because
But
I'll also
she
see
told me on the Monday.
whether I have an access or not, or else she should only give. I'll check. So one minute. Because she is the one who created the folder, everything. Okay. First, let me send you this file. Okay, I've kept here. So 19th. Okay, so I've updated in this only. So please check. So I will see. I have your email list and all whether I can give access. So it will take 15-20 minutes to check and all. So yeah, I will check in sometime. Okay, tomorrow also
Sure,
same
sure,
time.
definitely.
Okay, so
Same
I don't
time.
think so. People are sleeping. Yeah, because I'm not. I'm outside. I'm traveling actually. I can't be. So that's the reason. So yeah, same time tomorrow also 7. So we will connect. So tomorrow we will be doing with file handling, and if we get a time after file handling, the iterators, decorators, and I'll stop Python over there, and as and when something is important required, I'll just continue, because yeah, so we have to yeah, I've sent the notes here only. I've sent the note. So do it. But please, whatever we are doing is very, very important. It's not time pass. Whatever I've not done more than 8 or 10 topics, I believe. And those topics only the interview questions are lying, and our work also lies in that. So just concentrate, because I have given a path. 10 topics, becoming strong is not impossible. However you feel you are a dummy, you are thing, so just spend time on that. Python, there are many jobs with Python and SQL only, believe me. Like, you don't need to learn after that also. Many people look, SQL, Python, you are good, come, we will train you on something. They might not even use PySpark, they might not even use cloud. That's how the reality is there. But SQL, Python becomes common thing, getting right. That's why I'm taking so much pain. And PySpark will be very easy. I have that confidence. SQL and this much Python, it's very easy. You will learn of apart from some architectural questions, all those things, performance tuning, which can be tricky, and which I'll cover, even though they will ask or they might ask, I'm not sure. Those are slightly architectural questions. So be strong in this. Spend more time on learning SQL and Python. Okay, so let us connect next week. I don't have some old notepad notes. That's what access I've uploaded there, everything. So see what I'll do quickly. You need not to struggle. I've kept all the old notes in the folder. So what I'll do, I'll quickly uh, send you now only. This one, just hang on. Okay, 1 second. So I'm sending to everyone in the meeting. Whatever I'm sending here, I just kept in the folder, and apart from what all the other things I have. Okay, so I can send you this. This Oracle scripts, this. Yeah, I've sent you almost what I've got handy here to the everyone. Just download and keep it. Same thing I have uploaded there also, I'm uploading, and I'll also try to check your access, because everyone should have access for notes and videos. Okay, all right, we will
Yes, videos and assignments.
yes, yes. Assignments also you don't have access?
No.
Okay, but I can send you the assignment now, because that's again Nea's responsibility. I'll check with her on Monday. Tomorrow I'm not sure. I'll also check whether I can also give you the access. Python assignment. One you would have done, two. Okay. And what are the other things? Is your SQL completed?
No.
Okay,
It's
got
a
it.
half part is done.
So I've sent you the assignments also here. Okay, you can see whatever, and still, yeah, you will get access where it's getting uploaded. Okay, we will also meet tomorrow at the same time. So you
One
can.
second. 1 second. I just downloading the assignment.
Okay, okay, all right, all right. Everyone can download. I'll wait, not a problem. I'll wait here, and I will not. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Only second assignment of Pythons you have provided, right? Not
Yes.
beyond that.
Python assignment too, and also SQL assignment I had provided.
Okay, SQL one.
Yes.
I
So I
think
have to
SQL
use.
only 2 and 3 already provided, I think SQL also, but I don't.
No, SQL assignment I have provided. Just try to do that. That would be almost similar to what you have going on with the class. There is a script for this. We started with EMPT, EPT, right? So just see if you have already done or some new questions you find. So just try to practice.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay, it's done.
Okay, I will keep it. Who have completed can leave the meeting. I will just keep it for 10 minutes so everyone can download. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ
ಇವನು ಅಮ್ಮ ಯಾಕೆ ನೋಡೆ
ಅದೇ ಅಮೃತ ಪಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಫುಲ್ ಇವತ್ತು 5 o'clock ಇಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಯಾಮ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿನ್ನರ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ತ್ರಾಟಕ ನಾಳೆನೇ ತ್ರಾಟಕ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಗೇಮ್ಸ್.
ಹಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಸ್ಯಾಟರ್ಡೆ ಸಂಡೇ ತ್ರಾಟಕ ಫುಲ್ ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲೈಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದೇ